All right, then we'll call the meeting to the St. Cloud Metropolitan Transit Commission. It's 4 o'clock, and let the record reflect that all the commissioners are here. So, is there any additions or changes to the agenda we have? None? Nobody? Okay, is there a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
Moved and second, discussion, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries. The consent agenda, items 5 through 8.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And this moved and second, any discussion, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, approved. So, open forum, is there anyone that wants to say anything, sing a song, tap dance? No? All right, we're gonna do our, this, okay. Okay, nothing on open forum, so we'll go to general business, introduction. All right. We got item 9. Introduction of Sunny Hesse.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I just wanted to introduce Sunny Hesh. She's our new Director of Human Resources. We are very fortunate to have Sunny here with us. She's got an extensive education background and 16 years working, 17, something. Plus or minus.
16, 18, somewhere.
Plus or minus, yeah. So I just wanted Sunny to introduce herself and just say a little bit about herself. So.
Nice to meet all of you. I'm Sunny Hess. Before coming to Metrobus, I worked for 2 years as the HR director at Wright County. Prior to that, I was at Great River Regional Library for roughly 8 years in the role of associate director of HR. So, live in Cold Spring. I have 3 daughters, husband from the area, born and raised there, moved away for a little bit, came back. And I'm just really excited to be with Metrobus.
Well, welcome. Yeah.
So when it's sunny out today, now when it's cloudy, do they call you cloudy?
Yeah.
You can't hear that. Just remember who said that.
Yeah, you want to reconsider?
No.
Remember it from Way Park.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, welcome. It's great
Thank
to have
you.
you in that position. Yeah. We have, and now our item number 10, introduction of talent. First of all, turn it over. Congratulations. I had the opportunity connect at the airport, actually, in the line going in different parts of the country, but saw him as you were heading out to the rodeo. So I was glad that your trip was more successful than mine. So we'll turn it over to Ryan for the presentation.
Commissioners, I would like to recognize Todd Desirek for coming first place in the National Rodeo. I had the opportunity to actually record Todd as he was going through the obstacle course at the rodeo, and according to Todd, I zoomed in to a T, to the cones.
Very nice.
So for his viewing pleasure, so he could see how close he was to the cones, so he was really excited to see the video, him and his wife, yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
So Todd competed amongst 100 operators all throughout the nation, and Todd came in first place by 1 point. So between first, second, and third, they were all separated by 1 point. So his final score was 888. So I wanted to recognize Todd in front of the commission as the safest driver in the nation because he competed nationally at the rodeo and he showed his skills, showed his talent, and now Metrobus has bragging rights for 1 year because we have the best driver in the nation right here at Metrobus. And I want you guys to honor Todd, and maybe we should have a Todd Day or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe, Ray Park, we're going to have something at Ray Park.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
Brats and beer for all the bus drivers.
you pay for it, right?
Free property tax.
Sonny, did you want to reconsider?
How about a free Metro bus pass for the year?
Yeah, but I'm really excited to just have
That's
the honor
really cool.
of just
That's in all categories, so that's drivers in all systems, big and
all
small.
systems, small urban systems nationwide.
No, that's
So not so much like the New York City Transits or the Atlantas, but more like St. Cloud Metrobus. You have like the Rochesters, the
Well,
Duluth,
New York,
South Bend,
I
Indiana.
competed in one of these rodeos with somebody from New York. I remember, I can't remember who it was.
Jeez, let's see.
It's a New York driver, I know that.
So let's do. I don't,
Beat him.
I don't think he beat anybody, did he?
No, he hit a cone on purpose so that I could win
So he
that
could
thing, you know.
Yeah, but mostly just urban systems nationwide, all throughout the country.
No, that's
So like
quite
San
an
Antonio, Hawaii, we have people from Canada. I'm trying to think, Detroit,
Yeah, Alaska.
Alaska.
Represented,
yeah, all parts of the country, just showcasing their talent. And we have the best driver in the nation, right here. St.
Yeah,
Cloud
well,
Metrobus.
congratulations. That's good.
I was holding on to it for a week now. Has it been a week now?
Something like that.
Something like that? I just don't want to let go, but I have to officially let it go.
Yeah.
On the front?
That's better pictures. It gets too dark in the corner.
So don't roll off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Watch that one.
I finally get the whole
Tell me
thing.
if you guys fall off.
It comes with the trophy. Do you get like a
That's
cash?
supposed to be in the center, because then
Come with
it's in
some
here.
cash or?
And then step forward.
Yeah.
There you go, just one hand.
Have something from the other side. Tighter, 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 tighter. Much.
Okay.
I knew he had it. You could pay him out one more. You want to just hold it? For...
No, it's all yours. You deserve it. That trophy.
All right.
Is that a new camera?
We've had it for a while. I
I was
just,
gonna say, just keep getting new stuff.
we've had it for,
Raising taxes.
1, 2, 3.
There isn't way parts.
1, 2, 3. Okay, smile. One last one. All right.
Perfect. Thanks.
All right, well, yep. There you go, yep.
Camera.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, I gotta do it back.
Yeah, I realize that. Thank you. Again, that's way park. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that'll
Wait, park backwards.
Get a wonderful trip.
No, right? I'm gonna take out.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks for the trophy when I walked down the street.
Slash
No,
it
no.
before we get out there.
You can take it home now.
Any roundabouts over there yet?
No, we're all square.
That's really neat. Good,
Yeah.
good that you have someone represented. That's cool.
That's good.
It comes with the trophies. They come with anything else? They give us a bus or something?
No bus, but
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, that's cool. All right, well.
just the
exec-
bragging rights for 1 year.
We don't
Well,
wrap
that
his
is-
bus
that's really
with
neat.
recognition.
We've never had a winner in that in any, ever before.
First time nationally.
National.
There's state and local, yes, but national level. This is the first time in history that we actually had a national, first place national, on a national level.
Well, executive director update, item number 11 on the agenda. Oh, actually, that's Ed's. You're not gonna give an update.
You just been
He's got-
demoted,
he
Ed.
just got-
Demoted.
Oh, yeah, demoted, that's right.
Probably must have missed something here.
Missed
A
anything.
quick update on the building progress there, and that addition is, we're about a week ahead of schedule yet, so it's going very well. All the roof concrete trusses have been installed. They're currently working on the south wall there, which is where all the overhead doors go, of course. They laid the beams across and put the cement blocks up there. The west wall, of course, that wall is up, and now there's actually a second wall that goes up right up to it. There's the interior wall is about I think 12-inch block, and then they've got a 2-inch space, and then the outside wall is a 4-inch block. So they do a little different. They used to do like a core fill at that insulation, where they don't do that anymore. Now they do actually 2 walls there and have that 2-inch insulation in between the walls, which is a lot more effective for heat retaining. So quite a bit of a different process than they used to do. But that outside wall is still left to put up. They'll be starting that sometime in the next couple of days or two. They're currently laying the drain gutters in the dirt out there now. They'll be planning on pouring the concrete floor next Monday is the plan right now. So that's about it on there. Looks like On the roofing part of it, we're all done on this end of the building where the offices are. They're moving over to the other end of the building now. They're probably about, I would guess, 60% done with the roofing project, 60 to 70% done. They're just starting to, I believe this afternoon or tomorrow, we're removing the old rocks that ballast there up on that part right where the newest service bays are on the north end of the building. So that's coming along good. Not quite as far ahead as they plan on being at this stage of the game, but I mean they're in good shape as far as time-wise. It's still, you know, they're doing fine there too. So overall, progressing real good. Like I said, overall about a week ahead of schedule right now. So everything's looking good. That's about all I got. Unless somebody's got a question or anything.
Mr. Chair? Sure. You got 10 minutes after the meeting?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'd like to take a walk.
Sure.
That's good. Anything else, or you got anything
I just have one thing in the upper section, and I'll just wait.
in the other section?
Well,
Not on the
upper
agenda.
section. Are we there?
It's blank.
We're there. It's your turn.
Well, I think we're done with that. Reports. Let's move on to other.
Commissioners, just wanted to give you guys an update of the Lady Slipper lot. We started relocating our bus services from the transit center over to Lady Slipper lot Monday, June 19th. And there's been some concerns from citizens regarding the use of the accessible facilities there, such as the restrooms, for example.
Yeah, we got an email.
Oh, okay. So I just want to let it be known that we have restrooms. Our transit center will still be open throughout the whole process of the construction. Because we're thinking that the construction might last approximately 80 days. That will take us to right around Labor Day, maybe a week after Labor Day. So the transit center will remain open, where we will be still having dispatchers on duty who will be selling passes to customers, and the restrooms will be open for the customers to use. In case the customers are not able to utilize the restrooms at the Lady Slipper lot, because we don't own the Lady Slipper lot. So the concern was that the Lady Slipper lot may not be ADA accessible for our Dollarite customers. But our transit facilities are ADA accessible, and we're going to keep the building open in case customers may want to utilize our transit center. It's not the ideal situation, but once again, this is beyond our control due to the construction, due to the road closures and the street construction that's taking place at or around the transit center. But we're still going to maintain the building. We're still going to maintain business hours and have the building open during normal business hours so customers could come in and out if they need to use the restrooms. So in case any commissioner gets a concern from a citizen regarding the use of the facilities at the Lady Slipper lot, you could direct them back to the transit center, because the transit center, once again, that's our facility. We control that. We operate the facility. We'll maintain the restrooms there for public use. We are also going to clean. We have an agreement with the city where we are going to be maintaining the Lady Slipper lot, the restrooms, that is. We'll be responsible for the cleaning and the stocking of supplies. But once again, if customers with disabilities are not able to utilize that building, we would direct them over to the transit center where they could use the building, use the restrooms in our transit center facility. So this one's just make bring awareness to everybody in case you get phone calls from your different
We've got
citizens.
a couple of emails, and that's the direction we've told people. We still may, and it depends. We'll look at whether the challenge behind it, but we may just add a handicap accessible portable at the Lady Slipper lot.
Okay.
And then charge it into the construction project as part of construction, and so wouldn't be your cost. It's our facility. We obviously couldn't create the ADA compliance on a building that we're going to tear down at some point. So,
Right.
But it is very walkable, and your building, which is great, and that you've got great signage. I was out there today and looked at it and talked to some folks. So I think you've got it. There's some little bugs, because it's all new, and
Right.
And the paper made it sound like the road was going to close, which is not
Right.
until next Monday. But it's a good week ahead of time to get people used to the
Setup.
before they actually get into a closed street. But
Yeah.
so we'll monitor that. Appreciate that, and you got the good signage, and as long as you can let people know that if someone really has a significant disability to not walk that block, which we're complying, but we'll go the extra step if we need to put one potentially handicap accessible portable at that site, and then we just contract that out.
Yeah. And then we're also going to have our dispatchers service kind of like transit ambassadors They'll wear like safety vests.
Yeah, I've already seen that. They
Yeah.
are with safety. I was actually impressed. They were very, they were waving. I was watching them direct people to where to go, and they were very. Yeah, you actually had somebody that was doing that was had some mobility issues themselves. I assume it was on a scooter, and I thought whoever that is was very friendly. I was just impressed with that whole.
Yeah.
That you've done a really good job with that. So
Yeah.
So if you heard some feedback on that, we can work with that. We'll go out of our way to above and beyond the ADA requirements to do what we can to help anybody who has that mobility issue.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I have. Just wanted to update on the latest stuff a lot.
Yeah, well, thanks for putting up with the construction. We all have it.
Yeah.
So we gotta deal with it, so we'll go through it.
So I have a question. So the long-term plan is to demo those public restrooms?
Well, our long-term plan is to create an economic development opportunity on that lot, which I'm sure they wouldn't want that little restroom there. I mean, the whole thing would be redeveloped. So, yeah, if we start to do anything, we'd have to create, it's just not, it doesn't make sense. You've got to block away. You've got public facility, that you folks use, and it's just not the cost of retro wouldn't make sense considering that lot is for sale as a catalyst site for economic development. If someone came and we're working with plans, at some point that whole lot will be covered with a building, and I'm sure that little restroom wouldn't just fit into that design. More than likely, they could for historical purposes, but I don't think it's a historical toilet.
Mayor,
Yep.
it'd be a shame to get rid of that parking lot, though. We have plenty of property in Sauk Rapids that you can send them over to.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a bus. We'll tell them Sauk Rapids, take the bus over to that wonderful development.
Okay.
No, we're
21 and $22.
Yeah, we'll be developing that within the next 2 years, but we'll have to add to our ramps, so that's fine.
That's true.
I'm waiting for that development to take place. But then we won't have this temporary lot anymore. But we're done. We're good Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
That'll be fixed for at least another
50 years.
40
5 years.
Yeah, those roads just don't last as long as they used to. But no, we'll work with whoever we need to on that.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you do get those types, let us know. I mean, we just only have one that I received, so.
Yeah. I actually responded to the one that you received today because I was copied from your office.
Okay.
Sent me an email. So
Yeah, and the science was great. I just
Yeah.
wanted to see how well you guys had seemed. I watched a couple of the times when the buses were all there. They seemed to flow pretty well.
Yeah.
And see any, your drivers were really. Just real positive. So it must be okay. Nobody's mad. I was just very impressed with the overall. It was just really smooth.
I received an email and I forwarded it to Brian also.
Yeah. Okay.
So he dealt with it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So the operations department's been working really hard, just trying to get everything, to make the transition seamless as possible, to minimize the customer interruption and to minimize the hazards such as, turning on Division Street. I know that's a challenge right now, so we're trying to work out. I know Dave, our operations manager, he's trying to reach out to the state highway patrol to see if he could do something as far as certain times of the day where we have the high volume of traffic. We have about 15 buses at any given time that are trying to make that right turn off of 6 onto
See if
Division
there's
Street.
a way to temporarily. Yeah, and we did some of that with the bridge reconstruction. We had folks out at times to try to do a little redirecting.
Yeah.
Peak times, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'd be willing to do that, or
Yeah.
copy our folks, and we could possibly.
Keep you in the loop. Okay. Yeah. But so far, so good. So thanks to the operations department for stepping up to the plate. It's a work in progress, but so far, so good.
That's good. Anything else that you have?
That's it.
Anything anyone else has?
We'll adjourn.
Yeah, well, a motion to adjourn, is there a second? Moved and seconded, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?